Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Frozen Synapse 2. So I found it. I found the menu that lets you reconfigure all of your faction stuff. So I've renamed us to Division 3 because in this story I feel like we are definitely probably the good guys, and I can think of no organization that is more definitely probably the good guys than Legion's Division 3. By the way, if you haven't seen Legion, the American TV show, strongly recommend it. It's very, very good. For our faction leader title, I thought director's a little stuffy, so I changed it to tallest. If it's good enough for the Urkins, it's good enough for me. And I changed my faction leader name to SB the Magnificent, because that's what it says on my driver's license. So, what were we doing? I'm getting all sidetracked here. All this officious nonsense. Right, we were talking about acquiring another base somewhere in this part of the city to increase our response radius. And I think we'd picked a bit, it was somewhere around here, right? Housing buildings are fine. There is this corporate office that our guys are already at. The one that we're just about to leave. But the fact that we were just asked to hang out here because it might get attacked makes me think that maybe we shouldn't go for that one. Man, some of these buildings are messed up. So I think we're allowed to use corporate offices or housing, right? I think this was the building we had picked out. Although I have to say, it's a little separated from everything around it. Like something in this block would probably be a little bit better. How about that? Ooh, that's a very expensive building is what that is. This one? Yeah, how about that one? It's not actually surrounded by roads on all sides, so like it won't be super approachable. Oh, this is like a lawn. It would not be that hard for people to come in across the lawn. Sorry if I'm being a little bit particular here. I'm not really sure what matters and what doesn't. At this point, you guys know about as much about this game as I do. So, what about this one? One's at an intersection. But it's like it's a good intersection, right? It's pretty close to the way out into this area. There's veins running out. Like this road takes us a lot of places. I like this one. Let's buy it. I'd like to purchase this building, please. $58,000 leaves us with about $30,000 left for staffing. I think is pretty reasonable. Boy, the second one. It's the second one is the thing. What I like about descriptive names is the descriptiveness of them, and this one is definitely the second one. Now we need to stock up on dudes. We need to buy ourselves a couple of dudes. Who's going to defend this base? That's right, $30,000 is not actually that much in terms of hiring dudes. Also, there are a lot of different kinds of units. A mine layer, utility unit which deploys a static anti-personnel mine. We might have to let this property sit open for a minute. We could just buy like a couple of pistol guys. You know, maybe this is the right thing to do. Let's buy 3 pistol guys to defend it. Like an SMG. The knife guy costs more than the pistol guy does? Why? Fast-moving melee specialist that can often be found knifing around. Yeah, okay, I mean, who wouldn't want a guy to knife around? We're definitely going to create a new squad. It's, the second one, defense squad, so how about second defense squad? Here's the thing, if I name them something cute, I'm going to forget what they were supposed to be. Please be here. Yeah, put this dude in there. Cool. Knife guy and then 2 pistol guys. I think that'll be a good start for us. I like this. I like the color scheme of your picture here better than the other pistol guys that are available. And then between the two of you, and this one has some personality. Okay. Now we have a basic squad. I'd like to hire some more of these fancy mercenaries, though, so let's keep making money. Also, we are on the way somewhere here, right? These are our guys. This is our strike team. Alright, we might get to try out this grenade launcher guy, finally. The base defense squad got home. That's fine. Doesn't really necessitate the pausing of our game here. Oh, what's up? Sonata has made an incursion into New Corteca. Attract a Sonata squad to this location. There may be an opportunity to capture a unit so we can take it to Breitling for analysis. Okay, we should definitely do that. Where is this? Are we talking? That's actually about equally far from our two bases. Let's send the initial base defense squad because they have a rifle guy. Our faction leader, I guess that's me. Well, okay, me with a rifle is pretty effective. We have launched an operation to Hotel. Alright, so let's talk about politics a little bit, shall we? Is there any phrase that people want to hear more during a YouTube video? Then let's talk politics for a minute. I think it's really important we get this right, which is why I'm not redirecting the strike team. We need to show the SAF that it is not going to be easy to strong-arm us. I don't know exactly how the AI works under the hood. No, I don't have any idea how the AI works under the hood. And it's possible that by disrupting them here, we'll just make it more likely that they want to screw with us, right? That's the simple version. Our reputation score with them goes down. But it's also possible that they will recognize that we have, projected strength here, and will prefer to attack forces that they perceive as weaker than them. I don't know. We're going to learn some things. I know that. So I think this is probably going to get going first. Tallest, I see you're traveling around Rana without clearance. This is already working out great, by the way. It would appear as if you're attempting to bait us into a response. We'll need to conduct a search. Which version of this do we want to do? The one where we just blow them all up is fun, but also potentially dangerous. And these units we've sent are expensive. Effective, but expensive. Maybe the right play is we submit to a search, and if they try to... No, because if we submit to a search, they're just going to say, oh, okay, you're clear to go through, and then we just have to attack them, right? It's not like they're going to try to stop me. They know what's up here. I'm torn. I mean, I want to fight. I want to fight, though. Let's fight. Safeguard and I just we don't get along, We're never going to get along. Just not in the cards. So, let's see what this looks like. Here at their checkpoint. What have I gotten us into? 2 rifle guys, 3 pistol guys. That doesn't seem so bad. So we don't get to... Yeah, we don't get to deploy. Well, I'm not sure how we allowed this to happen, where we are in the open facing away from them. Out of curiosity, what happens if I just turn around? I'm assuming that this is going to work out in their favor. There's no way to get off... what does this look like? It takes a grenade an hour to get where it's going. So, for some reason, this guy doesn't quite draw the bead I would like. What if we fire that and then run? And you guys, instead of doing all this aiming stuff, just also run for cover. Let's aim this. Try to make sure we're aiming this just deep enough that I can send this guy to here and he'll still be okay. What does this look like? Okay, that's us getting pasted pretty badly. How do we make sure our dudes actually survive? This grenade thing is really slow. Looks like he's gonna be okay. What if I have What if I have them both duck? So you can see, what we have here is a command stack. I should talk about this a little bit. We can change the order in which they do things by just simply dragging it around in the stack. Anytime you're issuing multiple orders on a single waypoint, you'll get them stacked up like this. Because I think crouching helps with our aim. And it might also negatively affect their aim. Okay, that's pretty good. Trying to shoot this to a position where it's actually going to hit both those guys. Like, what if we do this? I mean, that looks pretty good, right? What if they immediately, upon the beginning of the battle here, just, like, focus diamond the heck out of us? Like, the pistol guys probably don't even just stand there and aim, right? They probably run forward. So if we do this, the grenade's gonna miss, I assume. But it's really bad for them in a lot of ways. I kind of think this is the turn I want to commit. They can't get us immediately, and if they start moving, I think it's actually going to be worse for them. I guess we can check that assumption, right? Like, let's say both of these guys try to get to the close cover. It is considerably better for them. Well, this version of it does technically work out for us. They're all dead, but so are two of my very expensive VAT forms. So they might well do that. It might be just like everybody run to close, run to cover. What about if they try to back up to this cover? Yeah, I mean, the core issue here is that if we duck and they run to cover, we lose sight of them completely. This is not a good way to be set up. I kind of feel like we got set up here, if you know what I'm saying. This guy needs to, like, get as far over to here as possible. We gotta use this weird little wall for cover. So that'll pace them pretty bad if they take cover anywhere in here. If we, instead of doing this thing, just make for cover ourselves, what does that look like? What if we aim backward, but also get a move on? Boy, I don't even know where this guy could go. Just run that's not what I wanted. He just run over to here to try to, again, just break line of sight with dudes over here. And these guys do what is probably the smart thing of immediately aiming and moving to cover themselves, since that seems to defeat a fair number of our other available strategies. Yeah. A lot of the versions of this look like this, right? Where we win, but it's just extremely costly. A mistake was made. He fires as soon as he gets there. And then he keeps moving with the intent of just, like, getting the heck out of there. Okay. So if they go to cover, we grenade them. If they stand still, I think we get them pretty cleanly here, right? Because we're moving out of their focus diamonds, most likely. I think this is the move. This gives us a good defense against a lot of their stuff, and if they choose to do something more defensive, then we still just have a standoff but only one of us has a grenade launcher. I think this is the play. Let's commit it. Okay, we lost one of our guys. Okay, so we lost a rifleman, but we really did a lot of damage here. So let's cancel your existing aim order. Cancel your existing aim order. You need to get to here. Look this way. Right, because this guy's just going to run forward. Again, that dude is all about getting into short range. And when you reach this duck even... Hold on, that's not what I want. I want to move the duck command up the stack. So I'm worried about how long that target acquisition takes. Alright. I don't think he has any play that's actually dangerous here. Mostly I'm curious what he's going to do. He's going to back off. It looks to me... Yeah, we're already acquiring here. I don't really think I have to do anything fancy. In fact, let's just let this unfold. Yeah, like, we extremely have the drop on this dude. Our grenade unit is behind cover. He has no kind of range over here. Okay. You could probably be ducking, since there's no reason for you to try to maintain line of sight. Just do that, and then with this guy aiming sort of more generally this way, kind of fan out to the side here. Like, even if this guy is moving straight toward this cover, this has got to be advantage us, right? Because the rifle, yeah. Ooh, that maybe has some civilian casualties involved in it. They'll probably run when they see the grenade. This is fine. He's doing pretty much what I predicted he would do. Okay. Well, that'll be that. We lost a valuable soldier here, but we also showed Safeguard who's boss. There's probably some value in this. And the district governor is going to appreciate that we did that. Friendly unit killed in action is a real shame. Denovis has increased their funding, though. I believe that almost takes us back to the level of funding we had before I refused to help them earlier. Safeguard has changed their diplomatic relationship with us to truce. Oh, and I've been reported for municipal code violations. What, like it's illegal to fire grenades in the street? Firearm discharged on street, cause public disturbance, firearm discharged onto street. It's a different crime. It is one MC more dangerous. Yeah, that's fair. You shouldn't be shooting people in the open. I'm so used to the rules of society not really applying in video games, I kind of didn't even think about this. But yeah, at some point, probably there are going to be concerns, right? We have no information about this squad, because I could go and step up on them, right? We need to send them back to one of our buildings for regrowth. Until then, the squad will still be able to operate, but you won't have access to its departed members. Oh, so we didn't actually lose that guy. We just have to press a new one out of the vats. That's both very cool and also, like, real gross. We did get super paid, so we could fight these guys, but we don't have to. And as such, I think I won't. We'll just, we'll send Strike Team back to... would you like to return your squad to HQ? What I would like to do, specifically, is send them back to... I guess they go back to home base no matter what. I can't just... If I send them to here, manually, which I can do by doing this... Do they regrow? Does that work? Okay, we scattered their other squad. They're fleeing. Works for me. And we are approaching the Sonata incursion. I think everything that's happening so far is really cool. I'm excited about the fact that I can do a thing like that. First of all, I can just go and do a thing like that, and secondly, there are maybe some social level consequences for doing so. So we've tracked down the Sonata unit we need you to capture, and we're ready for your input. This is James Olsen, the unit that we're targeting. You must use this gas grenade to disable him. He cannot be attacked with any other weapon. Your units will not fire on him. We think the squad is going to move through the reception area, then walk past it into the hotel. Makes sense. While they remain unaware of your presence, you can see their predicted movements. I'm just here to make your life easier. Thanks, Balakwa. Honestly, Balakwa's got a bit of a mouth on him, but he's the only one of these people who's been consistently helpful to me so far. Position our units to ambush them. You may place units inside the lot. Balakwa will get them there. Just don't put them within enemy's line of sight. Okay. So we think they're going to march this way. Oh, they got some of these knife guys. They are fast. Look at them. So, gas grenade dude. Hey, see, so this time we don't have a rifle. This time it's all pistols. What is the story with that? Our faction leader had a rifle last time, didn't he? Also, that's a standard 10k bond. I didn't look anything up between this episode and the last one, so we may still not understand some elements of things. Trying to set up a position where we'll be able to immediately put them in a crossfire as soon as stuff pops off. What version? That guy's facing that way? I kind of want to just murk this dude right away. Does that work? Can I just come around the corner and do it? Oh my god, pistol guys are bad. Holy crap, pistol guys suck. Look at that. Okay, I didn't quite position the diamond correctly. Terrible. Alright, hold on. Let's backspace all this guy's orders. That unit walks over to there. It's checking inside the buildings and stuff. Does this guy work pretty much like the other grenade? He does. Alright, so if we put him out here... Oh man, that is a short-ranged grenade. Maybe this dude needs to go inside this building then? Is there a place where I can I put him down here. And we order him to there. Fire like that. What does that do? Well, hard to say. Hard to say. We don't really know what the threat profile of this gas is. And I assume that stepping around the corner here and just opening fire is crazy. They actually don't even open fire. You have to get really close to get a kill with a pistol. I'm not loving this. Can we abort? Is there an abort? Okay, this is not actually useful information. Enemies unaware of your presence. Wait. You'll be able to take any items or hostages. If the building's locked down, you must move into an unlocked zone. Yeah, none of that's useful. I kind of think we should disengage. I think we're going to see a lot of deaths if we don't. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to just bail? Looks like maybe not. I certainly don't see an option for it. Well then, I guess we're going to have to go. I guess we're going to have to do this. Is this in their line of sight? It's right up on top of them. Seems like it pretty much is. Basically is. Well, shoot, what are we gonna do? Okay, so if I keep moving in on that guy, I do eventually get him. You know what, the thing of pistol dudes might be that they're really good at fighting on the move. Like, pistol guys could be better at fighting while running. That would be a good niche for them to be in. It would make them useful, and it would make them unique. So yeah, that may well be what's happening here. Alright, what if this guy does something a little bit more like this? Because the gas will fill the room, right? Or at least it'll go into the room. Okay, I like that. That denies them movement out of that side of that area. So where can we put this guy that would actually make him useful? He could be in this building over here. It's not actually that good though, right? Because if this is the entrance that's denied, we already have a guy over here anyway. I think I am going to start him right here, and he's just going to have to close some distance in a way that's honestly pretty terrifying. So that guy gets to cover before this guy gets over to see him. And like, I'm sure this doesn't work, but let's just see what it looks like. Just turns into a running firefight, which I am not necessarily opposed to. But then that leaves us, like, look at how bad this position is, though. At the end, assuming we clear this dude, that just leaves us with two rifle guys right there ready to completely obliterate me. Which is certainly what will happen, right? What if we get rid of this waypoint? And this one is, like, over to here. Get a little closer to those pistol guys before trying to shoot them. It is unclear what the result of that will be. And I'm assuming this gets me killed? Yeah. Here, we would have to wait almost the full 5 seconds. Let's throw in a wait command. Pull the handle out to increase the magnitude of waiting. Then you get to here, aim that way. Right, something like this. Hard to say. The weight could be less. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this will actually go the way it looks like it'll go here, because I don't know how, like, when do they become aware of us and stop following their programmed pattern? Is it as soon as we fire the shot, or is it does the shot being fired just mean that this is the last turn that they stay on pattern? That's a thing we're about to learn. I'm gonna watch this one more time. Not this specifically, but doesn't really leave a lot of room for enemies to respond to him directly. This might be an okay thing to do. How much can we tighten this by? I would really love to actually get a shot off. Can't believe you're missing that. Just run at him. I actually wonder if the aim is hurting, right? Because with the other guy, the move seemed to be to just have him run. It sure does take him a minute to acquire that target. I think I'm going to have these guys do that thing. It's a little dangerous, but I think they're both doing useful stuff. This guy I still have no idea what to do with. I'm really worried about putting myself in a position where these two are going to be able to kill me. Does it help here if I'm pretty much aiming in this direction the whole time? Actually moving considerably slower because we're aiming. I don't think that does help. Really hard to say. I say let's commit this. We're moving guys mostly into cover. This dude's going to kind of be in the open, but if we can get rid of the submachine gun guy, we've done a lot of work here. This one feels risky. I'm very disappointed to see that we don't have a rifle available. We had a rifle with this squad last time, didn't we? So this, without the gas grenade unit, we can't capture Olsen. Oh. Haha. Hold on. Can I see it again? Oh, look at those guys go. Okay, well, they're going to let me retry. So I guess let's take advantage of that. There won't be a lot of retrying going on the whole, but we are still coming to grips with some fundamental aspects of the systems here. I guess I can just hit the axe, huh? So we know now that they stop following their plans the instant the first shot is fired, which has some serious effects there. So we want the first shot to be with the grenade launcher then. Probably. And we need somebody with a pistol to be here guarding this guy. So let's say we do something like this again. He needs to take a shot and then probably... I wanted to fall back into here, or maybe back to here where he could at least line up another one through the... Oh, it won't go... Okay, I have to fire it far enough for it to go over. He won't arc it. We can deny access to the area. How many seconds of action is that? And I guess that's not totally ideal, because he was pretty visible from the window there. And then we just have the other two guys in fighting positions in the buildings, but have them not revealed themselves yet. Really, this area is in the enemy's line of sight. I'm not... Which enemy? Have them both aimed at the door. And this way, hopefully, if somebody comes through, we can let them have it. System primed. If they're going to let me restart, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive in trying stuff. But maybe after this mission, it would be a good idea to do no more restarts. These games are certainly more interesting when you have to live with the consequences of your actions, he says, while not living with the consequences of his actions. Okay, apparently, we'll bring in the secondary team and arrange to extract the unit. That totally worked. There are some other elements of this that did not work as well, it sounds like this guy being totally behind a wall, and yet not behind a wall. He started to aim. Well, I mean... Okay. I don't have the restart button anymore, so I guess we're good. We had a minor VAT form failure. Very small problem. New mercenaries have expressed an interest in signing with us, and we actually have some money now. This is the first chance we've had to get ahead of Sonata. It's good to have some positive news to bring to the Council. You're likely to hear a lot of criticism of our work from various quarters. It's just par for the course. The truth is that we're the only organization protecting fundamental rights, and the only truly neutral forum. Whether you believe that's a moral end in itself or simply a shield to protect individual freedoms, it largely doesn't matter. We're the only chance the city has for lasting peace. I've certainly had enough of killing. That's why you put on the suit and make other people do the killing for you. Also, Malcolm Swain from New Cortica is on the line. Alright, what's up, Malcolm? That guy looks a lot like Rutger Hauer, right? And? Did he really call me up to send me a single period? Huh. That was strange. Yeah, send the base defense squad back home. We have launched an operation to HQ. That's a way of describing the fact that we are all getting in the car and heading back to HQ. So let's have a look at these new mercenaries. Do we want to pick up a new kind of unit? I kind of want to play with some more of the units to figure out what they are good at. A minigun dude sounds pretty cool. A sniper... What is the difference between a scoped rifle and a sniper? This is basically just an assault rifle with longer range. Okay. Just better than an assault rifle, while the sniper probably... is a vital utility unit, slow movement speed. Yeah, okay. So the scoped rifle is just better than assault. Minigun is a utility unit which emits a spread fire pattern. You get smoke grenade guy. That's interesting. Maybe we need to save up a little bit more so we can get our hands on some of these really good units. Also some more buildings, because as it stands, we certainly have better coverage than we once did, but like, we should probably buy a building over here as well. Probably something over here as well. We need a lot of money, which means we need to keep doing contracts. We need to keep working for whoever will work, or whoever will allow us to work for them. Although we also need to wait. Hold on. Let's let the partial strike team get back to second base. I'm kind of curious if we will see them regrow their Vat Dude. Right now they're still listed as partial, but the process might not be instant. Let's see what happens with these guys when they get back home. I would, in fact, like to store standard 10k bond here. Okay, so they're also still partial. Now what's up? There are elements within the council who are keen to portray it as the ultimate solution to all of our problems. Yeah, I met one of those. Metam is as dogmatic in peace as he was in wartime. He'll claim that our innate desire for harmony inevitably leads human civilization to adopt this exact political system. It's funny how the people in power always feel like the system that put them in power is the only natural system, huh? This has always been a specious argument. In any case, simply because something tends to happen doesn't make it optimal. Personally, I believe the Council is approaching a time of reckoning. They need to start taking some external input or face assault from every direction. They'll either form a real consensus, or start employing even more violence to protect their position. The extent of this could surprise you. I think the extent of this is more likely to employ me than surprise me. I've spent the last few years pushing for shape-form mediation to help curb the rise of senseless extremism. Unless we can obviate our cognitive biases, then we will never be able to operate within a realm of truth. I basically agree with all of that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm watching. I want to see when the base defense squad gets back to full power. Is there a way that I can like just look at the status of this squad and see how long it'll be? Basically, if the base defense squad gets back to full power before the strike team does, then we know that off-site areas either don't have new VATs or will take longer than home base to regrow or something. We're doing a little bit of sleuthing here. I do wish that it was just like, it would just tell us. Gert Forrester from Diamond Brothers. Tallest the Magnificent. This is beautiful. We've done good work here. Good to meet you. I'm Gert Forrester, Director of Diamond Brothers Holdings. After the realization, we took a sizable bet on Markov's rejuvenation. I'm pleased to say it paid off, and now we find ourselves attending to the financial health of the city. It's a responsibility I relish. I bet. I'm sure you share my outlook. Every crisis is an opportunity to invest. Sonata is a unique property. Its relics could represent a strong foundation for a new financial system. I hear the recent Sonata incursion was a little tricky. Still, it's good to have a dedicated organization to deal with these issues. Yeah, I've had some tricky things. Goodbye to you, Tallest the Magnificent. That's just one. I gotta get people to start referring to me that way in real life. Okay, so what I see here is that the Diamond Brothers are employing a significant number of forces. Debt collectors. Business agent, baleen pistol, Fike knife, Gorgantic pistol, D-virus knife. So, like, these are addresses, right? 58 Hachiro and 955 Jane. These are not, like, team compositions. So it's strange that this unit is, like, spelled out for us, and then also we have its address. Is it maybe because we got close to them and saw them recently? Or maybe this is just a thing that's more known? We're gonna figure all this stuff out. The UI tutorial left some things out, I feel like. Factions, economy, squads. Do we have... If I click on this dude... Oh, we can actually rename our... Oh, okay. We can rename our guys, which maybe is a road we need to go down. But what we cannot do... Okay, squad is regenerating, 159 minutes remaining. So yes, any base allows us to regenerate, and we actually do have a hard number on that. Cool. That is exactly what I wanted. So I don't think we should do anything crazy until the strike team's, like, back in action. But it looks like it's not going to be that long. Malcolm Swain from New Cortica. Dude hung up on me earlier, but sure, I guess I'll take the call. Tallest, it has been brought to my attention that Blue Sunlight are holding some sort of disruptive public event here in New Cortica. As you might well imagine, we don't approve of this sort of thing here. Please make sure that it is not allowed to continue. Well, we're not able to bring our full force to bear on this, but maybe we wouldn't need to. Blue Sunlight might be really heavily armed. We don't really want our funding to decrease, but we have a couple of relics. I wonder how self-sufficient we can get. How little we may end up needing the attention of the districts. Let's agree to break this up. Confident that you will deal with this matter. So now the question is, how much time do I have? Because, right, it would be really cool if we could just, like, wait out. Seems like this is, these numbers haven't changed at all. Did any time pass before that call? And we could just send this unit out. Pistols and knives and see what we can do. Yeah, alright, let's do that. I'm kind of eager to use the knife unit, you know? Alright, here we go. About to encounter the Blue Evangelism group at the theater and requires orders. Boy, they didn't want to talk to us at all, huh? Diamond Brothers are collecting some debts. Wait a minute. So this Diamond Brothers group here is... Theoretically, they're carrying money right now, right? Oh, maybe this is why we were able to see the, Hold on, let's pull up the factions menu. Maybe this is why we were able to see the organization of this group, because they were currently out. How do I see that? Oh, we can invest in the factions. That's interesting. How do I see that page that we saw a moment ago? Okay. We should not do anything here, I think, because we're not really strong enough. But we need to keep an eye out for stuff like this, because frankly, if I could knock over a Diamond Brothers debt collection team while they're carrying the money back, that's the thing I'd be interested in doing. The Diamond Brothers are, I think, probably not on our side. Okay. So we do not have to go directly into the attack. Let's call up Denizen Valor and just let her know that we're here and we would like her to maybe find somewhere else to hold her demonstration? Is your presence here significant? Yes. Blue Sunlight has decreased their funding. There's going to be a lot of that, probably. Apologize and leave attack. What if I just stand my ground? How spiteful. We will strike you down. Well, okay, that went in that direction. So, should I... Can we give orders? Or... Time is passing and nothing's happening. Oh, okay. Hold on. We have the option to intercept the evangelism group, but I'm also fine with them just leaving, frankly. Although it looks like they're not doing that. So we're all in this building. Whoa, camera freak out a little bit there. So we're all in this building. We're all having a standoff right now. Huh, there's a shape connection point. Oh, this is a shape connection point. No, this is somebody else. I don't know what. We are seeing a shape connection point from Forgotten Geometry. It's weird that that's... These shortcuts are not for the location. Right, these are just general shortcuts. This is something that I see is happening on the map right now. Never mind. I mean, this is where my squad already is. I want to interact with them again. I'm not clear on what's happening right now. A Sonata incursion has been detected. That's not ideal. I'm very busy. Base defense squad is still not actually all back together. Man, I need 40 minutes. These incursions are going to be very frequent, it seems like. We need to get a second, like, real strike team type squad. Okay, this has to resolve. Because I kind of need these guys. Let's be done with this. I don't have time for this standoff nonsense. We have places that our people need to be. I'm just going to show up and break up this religious ceremony. Holding an open session at a public theater here, and you've decided to get involved? Well, you're not welcome. Yeah, that wasn't as cool as it sounded in your head, I think. So this is an evangelist, which is to say a low priority target. They sure did show up armed for bear, though, huh? Assuming I can't deploy actually in this area. Yeah, we gotta deploy out on the street. Okay. They have a couple of pistol guys and a couple of knife guys. We should not have our knife dude spawn over here and just run in here and shank that evangelist, right? That would be bad form. That's probably bad form. Let's have our pistols both be threats from this side. My hope is to draw a lot of their attention that way so that the knife dude can get in and do knife stuff. Because he is a knife. And he's knifing around. We're going to get inside the building here. We're going to be like, cut, 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 cut. Alright. What if we do this? Like, we can use these cars as cover. The cars are that lighter cover, that lighter color that indicates as they count as, like, half-height cover. If we were ducked, they would be real cover for us. But what if we do something like this? There's not a whole lot of exits from this building. They're going to have to come this way. Like, what if they do come out here and they are basically aware of what direction we're in? See, the trick with this guy is you have to actually run him into the enemies to kill them, and I'm not sure how good I'm going to be at predicting where the enemies will be. Like, if I do it this way, is there a way to, like, select a waypoint and just, hey, kill any enemy you can see here? Engage on sight. Right? Yeah, engage on sight. Should definitely do that. Does that work the way I want it to? No, he will not, like... Yeah, this is going to be tricky because he's only going to want to run to places where I tell him to go. Melee combat in this game, it's going to be tricky. I think we're probably clean to approach with most of the units. Like, we can just get behind cars with our pistol guys. That's going to work just fine. This dude that we have to be really cautious with. There's no... Oh, actually... Like, this is pretty far away from the action, but also this guy is fast. I think we are probably in no danger here. Oh, I have the wrong waypoint selected there. Once you get to this waypoint, then kind of, you know, aim in this general direction. I don't think any of our units are actually in danger just yet this turn. Let's commit some movement here, and then we will figure out what to do after we see what they do. Okay, I'm not 100% clear what's going to happen here. Okay, yeah, because my knife guy is going to run into their knife guy, it looks like, and that seems like bad news. They're, like, just running out here. As it stands now, I am not in position to do anything about that. But, like, what if I move in here? Okay, so if my knife guy moving runs into their knife guy standing, he loses. And if my knife guy standing runs into their knife guy moving, he still loses. This seems to be very bad for me. They're two units being right on top of each other. So these guys are both looking in this direction. Which I think means that we have the opportunity to get the drop here. Okay, maybe stop and aim is the wrong play with a pistol guy. Boy, he really doesn't want to shoot. The whole concept of firing his weapon fills him with a kind of dread. So I'm assuming let's duck this guy down and have him kind of like creep out. Yeah, give me a waypoint here. The standable area around these cars is very deceptive. He doesn't really need to be aiming, I guess. Never mind. He absolutely needs to be aiming. But that's just like that's not attack range as far as he's considered. Or as far as he's concerned. That makes this tricky. It's tough to fight with units that have to be right on top of each other. So pretty much every version of this ends with our knife guy dead. Is the only possible solution here me just running away? It's so hard to know what they're gonna do. Out of curiosity, if I just stand perfectly still, and the knife dude runs into me, I do kill him, right? I do, but even in doing that, we still get killed because he pushes the pistol guy out into us. This is bad. I'm taking risks that it is not safe to take, apparently. Alright, so somewhere around about here, need to start aiming in this direction. Hoping that we'll be able to flank this guy before he knows what's happening. So this is the only part of this that I'm really not clear on yet. How are we going to handle this? I could just run inside and, like, if our dude goes down, he goes down. But if we can kill that pistol guy, that's probably a good trade for us. Thing is, if we assume that this unit is running out here, and I see no reason not to, I'm somewhat concerned that I'm not going to be able to get away no matter what I do. Like, that actually does not get me shot. Maybe the play here is we do a little bit of like, ring around the rosy shenanigans to try to find ourselves a way to separate these two units a little bit. I'm thinking that we have no way of winning with them this close. Boy, you have to give a lot of movement order for it to take 5 seconds for this knife guy to get to where you're going. I kind of think that's the thing to do. This is not going to work out in our favor, I'm pretty sure, so just disengage entirely. Try to figure out a different plan. Honestly, I think this is what we're doing.
Primed.
See how things work out this turn and maybe be able to plan something a little bit more effective for next time. Actually, they were disengaging too. Okay. They tried the same flank I did, which worked out pretty well for me. But over here, things were less good. And this is still a big problem, and this is still a big problem. It does kind of seem like whoever's moving faster wins a pistol duel. Like, we lost there pretty much because I didn't move as much as he did, right? We got to the point where I was aiming. Okay. Actually, he got inside of my angle. He was kind of hitting me from the side. Okay, so that means I don't really have a plan here. Let's say he tries to come back inside and get cover as well. Is that a simultaneous kill? Okay, what if I do this and that happens? Okay, I do win that. And I think there's not really a move this guy could do that's dangerous aside from coming right at us like that at this range. So that'll let us close on him a little bit. We'll be able to figure out what he's doing. He may just like bounce around the car here and try to get himself to a defensible position. And that's why I think we should do this as well. This knife guy's whole job is just to sprint around the building at the highest possible speed. I think this pistol guy is probably just going to try to take cover. coming right for us. Like, right for us. That's an interesting move. Cancel your aim. You have the... Oh, he's not quite able to see him from there. You have the angle to acquire this guy? You do, but you extremely die. So he moved this far and then turned to face this way, which I find very strange. I assume the idea is that he doesn't want me sneaking the knife guy up on him. What if we try backing out? Good lord, you guys. Come on. Just try a little bit. Well, we're missing by less, what with the focus diamond in place. I assume this gets me killed. Nope. Focus diamond overrides the fact that I am moving. Then I actually am just going to have this guy continue to advance, because, right, this guy might try all kinds of stuff. He might try this. If he tries to flank around to us, that turns out in my favor. He might try something like that, which is just going to end with us chasing each other around this, and if that does happen, I'll be glad I moved the knife guy closer. He might try to approach the knife guy, which is obviously not going to end super well for me. He's really fast. You like get over here and duck. Make sure you're actually behind the car. So now I think this guy can't kill us. And there's some chance we kill him. If he stays right there, we get him. If he tries to come around and flank us the way I'm flanking him, we get him. I think this is reasonable. We're gonna have to use our two guys together to kill every one of the remaining team. And if they come at us more than one at a time, I could see that being very difficult. Oh, look at this. I had the read. Okay, so they're moving out this way. Obviously, we need to cancel aim. That was like almost exactly the path I had clicked him on too. He died right as they got right on top of each other, which is exactly what we saw in the predictor. So do we want to try to go... I think maybe we want to try to go this way. What I'm thinking here is that we just want to establish a nice long line of sight. So like this guy is trying to come up on us over here, right? We want to face that way that whole time. I kind of want to run this guy inside. So I'm kind of curious. With this dude moving like a Ferrari, does that actually give us a kill? It turns out it doesn't. He doesn't get close enough for it to matter. Him standing, he's going to make this in way under 5 seconds. Maybe we stop his motion here? Just thinking that being stationary is probably the way to go. Get away from the wall, so if he comes around, we have plenty of time to deal with him. And then, yeah, pretty much just aim in that direction. This guy running inside, I'm thinking he can maybe get behind these two, but also it doesn't leave him a lot of way of affecting this battle. I wonder if I'm abandoning this guy to die alone, which is a thing we kind of need not to do. Yeah, I'm gonna prime that. I don't think anybody's gonna get to a position where they can threaten anybody else here. We just need to figure out how they're going to play out their couple of turns. That guy chose to fall back inside. This is definitely risky. It looks like this is unpathable, this big line here. This represents the edge of a balcony or something. So this guy's gonna want to come around outside. So what if we just move as fast as we can to here? Well, he gets on top of you quickly, huh? So maybe the right play is something more like this? I should get here, aim this way. Let's try to establish a sight line that's as long as possible here. But the knife guy, it's kind of funny. Like, if I position myself stationary directly in his path and he runs into me, he dies, right? I hate the fact that this is almost exactly 5 seconds of movement. Yeah, it looks like I win in that circumstance. So let's do that. That's kind of a funny thing. I guess that's how you're supposed to use knife guys. It's not about moving them onto the opponent. It's about putting them into a position where the opponent will move on to them. Oh my god, the cowardice! Alright, we're going to advance on them through the building. Apparently there's nothing in this universe that is going to make them ever move toward us. We probably ought to have these two come around from different sides? Probably. Not a lot of sense in grouping them up. Really? You think that's a faster route than walking around this way? I had to say that seems... Oh, because I still have pistol guy selected. Yeah, just get over here. You. It is not actually allowing me to select the knife. Yeah, it's because there was a waypoint directly on top of him. Hey, there we go. You run around that way, and hopefully we don't get shot in the face. But yeah, it seems like they are programmed to flee whatever direction I approach from. They just flee from, which sucks, frankly. Okay, now they're actually still moving. Oh boy, this is dangerous. That guy's actually, like, in the open, right? We could shoot at him over the seats. He also just moved to here. I don't know why that ends in me killing him, but it does, so... Okay, and what if instead he keeps moving forward? I'm not going to catch him, but... What is his plan? It's like, right, this is a nonsensical place to be. So I'm wondering, that's why I'm thinking he's going to back up. Because being in here doesn't help him at all. So what we can do is move this guy in. So now he's in a position where he has some cover. We can have him looking like this. So if this guy tries to advance along this wall, like to get over here, He's at least in range to take fire, and if somebody comes up here, then we have vision on that. I don't really know what else to do here. Knife guy combat is tough. I apparently was not ready to step up to using knife dudes. Okay, that's one down. The plan totally worked. And now they've solidified their positions. Kind of want to just like charge this dude. Right, but let's say he turns around and faces this way. Does a pistol guy actually outshoot? Yes, he does. Okay, so maybe the blind charge is not a totally safe maneuver. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed by the lack of viability there. To be expected, I suppose, but still disappointing. Be looking in this direction and just kind of like walk over here. And you... Boy, what do I do with you? I'm a little worried about this, because, right, this guy could just... He could be planning to come up and knife us here. And if this happens this way... I think this probably is advantage him. It looks like it is not. And there's nothing else he's going to do that's actually dangerous. I'm really surprised by that. I'm moving and everything. I guess the pistol's good at close range combat. I bet the pistol is one of the better guns against the knife guy at close range, because it seems like it has pretty good moving accuracy. Let's see if they do that thing, or if they do some other thing that is completely safe. He's doing something. I mean, we're going to get a beat on him, right? No, totally not going to get a beat on him. Well... So if I charge him and he charges me... There's a pretty good chance we just kill each other. But if I partially charge him and he charges me... Okay, we both still die. The trick is I have to stop before he does, right? Yeah, I win if I stop first. This guy is clearly coming in here. This is tricky because part of me wants to run as fast as possible to catch up with that pistol guy and knife him in the back. And the other part of me wants to do this thing in the hope that this guy will just charge straight into me. But you know, since we know this guy can't actually get into good firing range this turn, maybe the right play is just like that? What if this guy stays in this general area? Do I actually have the ability to shoot him with my pistol? I do not. He's not crouching. I'm not crouching. There'd be a little position indicator. So yeah, I'm not sure what's up. Maybe the thing I ought to do is just like a full speed run out of here. Sorry. A full speed... There we go. Full speed run out of here. Nope, still aiming, actually. Here I'm just thinking about our ability to maybe get a flank going. And if this guy runs out to defend his friend and decides to double back around, I assume he's not able to get here quite in time. It's a little closer than I would like. And that leaves this guy in kind of an awkward position. But also, if I try to move forward any further than this, I may just get knifed. I'm going to try this. We need to figure out a way of staying totally safe from the enemy while also beating all of their moves. It is not always trivial. So that guy's backing off. We're just gonna stare at each other here in the theater. I'm gonna make a move to threaten. Assume this guy turns around and comes this way as well. Who wins this engagement? My guys seem to be just like a little bit better in those super close range fights. Okay, what if he's aiming more carefully? This has got to work out for him, right? Yeah. So there is a version of this that's good for them, which makes me a little leery of attacking. Yeah, that's also bad. The knife guy versus knife guy thing is kind of interesting because neither one of us can win this by attacking. If you end up with just two guys with knives on opposing teams, I assume neither one of them ever dies. Okay, if we can hit him from the backside, we win. Which is how it should be, but, you know, you can never tell. But, like, if I do this, and he counters by moving to here, then he wins, right? This is a tough one. We need our pistol guy to kill their knife guy. That's got to be the plan. It's like, is the play that we get here and we turn around? We gotta wait out what their pistol dude's gonna do, but we also have to not get stabbed in the back by the knife guy. And then you have to, like... If I am also aiming, still pretty bad. So he has to, like, get to here. And just be ready?
System primed.
There's a chance that this ends with my knife guy getting shot in the back, but we're really in kind of an awkward position. I don't know that I have a lot of options here that aren't risky. Okay, that's good for us. This is a little bit less so. You can cancel your aim. Cancel your aim and stand up. Actually, hold on a second. Instead of doing that, if this guy comes right through to try to stab you, really, even though you're crouched and aiming and focused and everything, seems to have... Oh, the cancel aim order. There we go. His aim had been canceled. Nope, still bad. That's extremely not what I want. I just wanted him to, like, move over a little bit. So he's looking down the hallway a little bit more. See if that makes a difference. It really remarkably doesn't. Yeah, okay, so if they just rush us while we're in this little hallway, we die. Which I think makes it pretty obvious that we should not stand in this little hallway. I'm gonna try something gutsy with this dude. We're just gonna go. This one, unfortunately, I think has to... Oh boy, he's fast though. Here's the thing. We have to be kind of unpredictable, I think. He catches me, right? Yeah. What if I am aiming this way the whole time? Okay, that works.
System primed.
Yes, my thought with this knife move is that we have to get a little unpredictable. If I keep doing things that the AI thinks I'm going to do, the AI is going to keep answering those things. So instead, I have to do something that I would never do, which is exactly what I have done here with this knife move. That knife guy's dead.
Unit down.
Yup. Well, they win. Right? There's no way I can do this now. I'm gonna get beat up by a bunch of preachers. Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. But then it drew the waypoint right there. Like, hey guy, why don't you try going around? That was weird. Is he stuck? Okay, there he goes. Yeah, I don't think I can do this anymore. How do we withdraw? Game options? Surrender, squad will die. Well, I said we weren't going to restart missions anymore. We gotta have some consequences here. I suppose there's no reason to surrender when we could still maybe kill them all. So if he moves to right here, while aiming that way, my assumption is... Hold on. And you don't go anywhere. My assumption is I don't get a shot no matter what, right? Because they're too far away. Indeed. Well, so probably what you do, yeah, is just stand right there.
System primed.
Let's see if we can maybe catch the knife guy getting greedy. If we get down to just 1 versus 1, we can do this. But in order to do that, I have to... Basically, I have to get lucky. Now, see, it's not necessarily the case that this is a safe play.
System primed.
I'm gonna try something a little aggressive here. Even though the last time I tried to get aggressive, we got punished pretty badly. The good news is if we lose this squad, which is looking somewhat likely. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hostile neutralized.
Okay, that's not how I thought that was gonna go. Stop moving entirely. Just aim right there. Does this guy have us if he comes running? No. Alright, I'm gonna hope that he's gonna think that I get it, that I'm still being aggressive.
System primed.
But what I was saying is, if we lose this whole squad, it's only like, what, it was 23,000? Or no, it's, the knife guy was 8, the pistol guys were 7. So, 22,000. That's not really that big of a deal. Oh, he fell for it.
Victorious.
Oh my god. I guess he thought I was going to keep advancing. First, he guessed I wouldn't advance, and then when I did advance, he thought I would just keep advancing. Well, we managed to pull that one out. That was a little narrow. All of our squads are in terrible shape now, but at least that's almost over. Also, I killed a whole bunch of preachers, so that's something. I guess let's take this call from Denizen Valor. I bet she has some feelings. We should confer. I am concerned that you may be drifting from the path, Tallest. You join the elect. Yeah, okay. See, we're fine. Everything's fine. Y'all need to get back home. Okay, yes, they're going back to the second one. They recognize that now as their home base. When I press home base, that's where they will go. And we're going to have to... well, we got $20,000 from that. That's pretty good. We're going to have to send a pretty messed up squad to this Sonata incursion, but that can be a thing we do next time. Let's make that decision in the next episode. This video got a little bit long because I did not expect the tussle with the preachers to take quite the kind of time it ended up taking. And we have our base defense squad and they're right there. Strike team is considerably further away. I don't know. We'll figure it out next time. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back, I don't know, 8 or 12 hours or something probably, for more me chasing a guy around a set of pews with a knife. And we'll see you then.